But in terms of like how these programs spawned each other, it started with the summer program, and then I had a student who wanted to start doing Anne Fertig actually, who wanted to start doing library programs on Austen, and so I helped her set up what became Jane Austen and Company, because first it was a library event where we only had like 10, 12 people at a time. But when COVID hit, that was a big change moment for us. Anyway, so then Jane Austen and Company took off during COVID when we decided to go online. Actually, no, it started with having to do the one JASP, Jane Austen Summer Program online. And there we tried the hardest to make the experience as much like the in-person as possible. So we actually sent packages of materials to each person, each participant, so that they would have things to unpack and they would be able to do things simultaneously during COVID. It was fabulous. It took a big team of grad students to help do it, but everybody said it was the best online conference they experienced. So, but Jane Austen and Company, then we decided to take it online, and during COVID, it was amazing. When you asked how I experienced what have I experienced of the Jane Austen universe, I was thinking definitely that moment, because we are the Zoom software we were using maxed out at like 800 or 900, I think, participants, and we met that. They were on 6 continents. They were live. They were talking to each other. They were talking with us. We saw the same people coming from Morocco and Poland, and that would be showing up every time. So that was just a mind-blowing experience to me, that the thousands of people we reached during COVID through Jane Austen and Company. So I've actually been able to find wonderful people to delegate, to spearhead each of these other projects, so that I'm remaining at the head of the overall organization, but I've got the fabulous Sarah Marsh running the JASP program, the very talented Eric Bontempo doing Jane Austen and Company, and I have Carolyn Brown, who's also wonderful, temporarily I think, doing the Jane Austen for Teachers.